Open up my mind, set my spirit free. I found a
So hello, welcome one and all to what is certainly in terms of international football in Latin America, the ultimate grudge match. Two absolute superpowers who also happen to be neighbours on a continent widely recognised as football's home. It is a rivalry that has a history which lasts well over a century and has of course been ranked top of all footballing rivalries by media and supporters alike. It comes as little surprise then that this game is considered to be international football's equivalent of the Super Classico. The 11 of Brazil, the 11 of Argentina, some of them friends, many foes in club football, lining up for a united cause. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, I wonder, Jim Beglin, what is going through the minds of these players as they face up, respectively, to their arch enemies? It is a feeling that I'm sure you can identify with.
Well, the one thing that can be said is that there really is little in terms of what the players need for motivation. The game against the team you do not want to lose to. This is a nightmare to predict for me. It should be tight on paper, but there are so many factors that come into play, Peter, that anything can happen here.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. And he's intervened well there. That's really well cleared. Fernandez. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, you can never emphasise enough just how important it is to have a dependable goalkeeper, and this fella, Emi Martinez, is certainly one that fits the bill. He's one of the characters left in the game nowadays. I mean, people describe him as a little eccentric, and truth be told, he is at times, but I think we need that in the modern game. We need our characters, we need our big personalities, and I'm glad we've got one here.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Danilo.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Marquinhos. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. Linton. Gabriel. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Neymar. Chooses to go cross-field. Well read, nice interception. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Fernandez. Oh, this looks sharp. Argentina, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Rafinha. Alvarez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Argentina upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Alvarez providing an outlet on that flank. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Marquinhos is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. The pull cuts it out.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Messi. Neymar. That's very neat. He's free, he has got space. Has a go! It's loose, and the volley.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's found a way through. And there is the half-time whistle. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. The midway point of the game.
Brazil really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Romero. It's Otamendi. Tagliafico. Now it's Martinez. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Linton gets it away. Now it's Martinez. Marquinhos getting this one clear. Fernandez. Messi. And a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Marquinhos. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. For Linton. Marquinhos. And Gabriel. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Linton. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Neymar. Caught offside that time. Neymar. He'll try from distance. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. That is good alertness. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Messi. Otamendi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Neymar. And that's been won straight back. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And here's Neymar. Oh, the shot. Rafinha! There's a goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Argentina choosing to make the first change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Brazil penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Gonzalez.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Argentina making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able. Argentina really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Brazil still ahead by the game's only goal. That pass isn't the best. Palacios, and it's Messi. Brazil can breathe again, just.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. I think we're just about done here. Shot could be on. Oh, great, and the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Tagliafico.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Brazil do have a chance to counter here. And the number on the board is 3.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that is that. Brazil have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Rafinha picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.